Hello everybody, I hope you are doing well. We are going to start our third video on our ISLM model, or what we call the Mundell-Fleming model. So as you remember, this model is applied to small and open economies, and it was designed in order to understand the effect of fiscal and monetary policies. So let's start. In this video, we are going to look at the effect of monetary policy and fiscal policy under fixed exchange rate. We are going to look to the effect of these policies under flexible exchange rate in the next video. Okay, so let's start with this diagram we have here. So in this diagram, we have an equilibrium of the IS and the LM curves. That means that the goods market is in equilibrium, the money market is in equilibrium. And also there is another thing that we need to notice here, that is that we have the international interest rate. And this international interest rate, which is horizontal here, is given to this small and open economy. This economy cannot do anything to influence this interest rate. And that is why this interest rate is horizontal. And in this diagram, there is also an equilibrium where the local interest rate is equal to the international interest rate. Okay, so now let's look at the effect of monetary policy. So monetary policy means an increase in the amount of money in the economy, which usually goes along with reductions in the interest rates, reduction in the local interest rates. So when the interest rates, the local interest rates go down, as you can see in the diagram, they are below the international interest rate. So what's going to be the effect of that? So if you are in this small and open economy, you might think that, or some investors might think that they would like to take their money abroad because they are going to get a higher investment return abroad. So they are going to take their local currency, they are going to go to the central bank, and they are going to get dollars in exchange, and they are going to give this local currency to the central bank. So the result of that is that the amount of local currency in the economy is going to go down, and that is going to affect the LM. The LM is going to go back to the original position, and that means that monetary policy is not going to have any effect on production and interest rates. So that's the first case. Monetary policy has no effect under fixed exchange rate. Now let's look at the effect of fiscal policy, and this is going to be a different story. So if there is fiscal policy, meaning, for example, that the government is going to increase government spending, that's going to shift the IS to the right. And when that happens, you can see that the local interest rate is going to be above the international interest rate. And that means that some investors abroad are going to find it profitable to take their money to this local economy. So they are going to bring dollars to this local economy, they are going to give the dollars to the central bank, and the central bank is going to give local currency in exchange. And that is going to increase the amount of local currency in the economy and increasing the money supply in the economy. And as a result, the LM is going to shift to the right. So in this case, fiscal policy is going to have an effect. You can see the difference between Y star and Y2 star. There is a difference. So to summarize this video, under fixed exchange rate, monetary policy doesn't have much of an effect, but fiscal policy is going to have an effect. Okay, so in the next video, we are going to look at the effect of monetary policy and fiscal policy, but under flexible exchange rate. Remember, we are studying the Mundell-Fleming model, which was an important and to some extent still is an important model in the history of macroeconomic analysis. Thank you.